Hey Elevator, and welcome back to this yoga practice where we'll be diving into a foot reflexology practice. You know what's interesting about our body? We all know that it's all connected. Even our chiropractor told us that in cadaver bodies, bodies that are dead, if you pull on the tendon in their scalp, it moves their foot. Like, that blew my mind and also helped me to connect all the dots that every single one of our teeth and all of our organs connect to the bottom of our feet and the teeth. So every organ in the body connects upward to the teeth and downward to the feet. So if you want to start to alleviate some of that pressure, actually the teeth that you have problems with usually indicate what part of the body there's something out of alignment that's like creating toxicity in the body that's channeling through the teeth as elimination. You can also help to reduce some of that stress and energy by finding it in the corresponding places in your foot. For example, my right neck hurts more often than not. I think it's some past life like witch trauma, but I digress. My right big toe, the base of my right big toe is usually tight, stuck, can be, you know, you can pop it to like alleviate some of that pressure. The big toe, the base of the big toe is connected to the neck. So when I started looking into the foot reflexology charts, I started realizing that the pain I was having in my feet actually corresponds to the pain I'm experiencing in other places in my body.
Yeah, it's really interesting. You remember the old song, your foot bone's connected to your ankle bone. Everything's connected. and the reality is we've got over 7,000 nerves in the feet. It's just one of those places that it's just incredible.
Like next to clit. Like clit's number one, feet are the next.
and once you start figuring out everything's connected, a lot of times you're not going to attack an area where you feel pain or discomfort directly. You're going to go around it. You're going to go to what's above it, what's below it, and it's beautiful. Sometimes we can't get into those spots that we really need to work on. So as you work on the feet, what you'll notice is there's a gentle, just kind of action that goes along with it. And so as you work there, other parts of the body start to alleviate. And this is a short sequence, and it's going to be really, really important for you to breathe through it. The number one part of this is the breath work, because as you breathe, you're communicating to your body, I'm okay and I'm going to relax.
Yeah.
It's so important to start off there. If you're breathing incorrectly, if you're tight or if you're tense, it's gonna be one of those things where you miss it from the beginning. So a lot of this is working on that mental game at the exact same time. This is going to be more of like a meditation.
In a previous video, we've walked you through this process similar using a lacrosse ball, where you use the ball to kind of roll up and down on your feet. We've also shown you the rocks mat in the bonus section of our 5 favorite things. It's a mat that has all the bumpies that you can walk on and help to open up the feet. But today we thought simplify is our word right now. So we thought, let's simplify it. Maybe you don't have a lacrosse ball or a rocks mat that you can just bust out really quick. You can actually lift your foot up, put it in your lap, and start massaging right away to help detox, to help eliminate stress, and actually to help ground your energy. So if you're feeling off in spacey land, anxiety, worry, stress, you're like way up in headspace, massaging the bottom of the feet is a very unique counterbalancing way to bring yourself back into your body.
Yeah, so are you ready to get into this?
Let's do it. Okay, so let's dive in. What you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna start with the top of your big toe and start working out like we talked about, the base of the big toe right here. We're just gonna put our foot in our lap and just get intimate with ourselves. If you're like weird about stinky, gross feet, get over it, put some socks on. So we're gonna massage the base of the spine on the big toe, and then I want you to walk your thumbs just all the way down. Imagine as if there was a connection between the tip of the toe all the way to the base of your foot, back down on the heel. So just give it a massage, give it a rub, and work all the way down. Once you reach to the bottom, I want you to do the same thing on the next toe. Start massaging the tip of the toe on your second toe. Give the base of the second toe a massage, maybe squeezing between the fingers of your toes, like the little webbing, and then work all the way down. Find that tendon that connects that second toe all the way down the foot. See if you find any pain or tension. And if you come to a spot in your foot where it's like rock hard, painful, that we're not meant to experience. I mean, we're meant to experience pain to let us know something's wrong, but naturally pain is not an indicator, like that's an indicator that something is off. So if you find that tightness in your foot, I want you to take, like Chris said, breathe. I want you to take the biggest deep breath into your foot and feel like you're breathing in through your arms, you're sending that energy down into your fingers, into your foot. So breathe in when you find that spot, like press your thumbs into that painful spot, not too much, and take a big deep breath in. And then exhale. As you exhale, imagine that energy melting out of the foot, sending it out, and then keep working all the way down, getting to that next big toe, massaging the tip of it, working all the way down. And I also want you to pull up a foot reflexology chart and see where those tender spots are in your foot and what part of the body they connect to.
Yeah, a little way that also you can think about the reflexology charts, if you don't have one right in front of you, is that the top of the foot, for the most part, represents the top of the body. And as you go down the foot, you go down the body. So like Britt said, the base of the big toe is the neck. If you go to the very top of the big toe, you're really looking at the brain, and the other tops of the toes are actually the sinuses. When you get to the foot pad, like right where your arch starts, just above the arch into the ball of the foot, that's gonna be like your lungs. It's gonna be your respiratory area. So if you're feeling the hackiness in the lungs, especially, you get cold season.
Yeah, start massaging that mid part of your foot, that upper mid part.
As you go down a little bit, you start to get into the organs, the endocrine system, the adrenal, all that kind of, and then as you get to the base down here at the heel, where a lot of us have a lot of messed up tension, I like to use both thumbs as I get to the base of the heel and like either start on one side and work to the inside go out, or the outside and go in, and use both fingers, and you can kind of brush across it. You're gonna drag your fingers across. It's a really powerful way to get down there. This is kind of the lower back knee area. When you think of the heel, again, as we're going down the body, this is kind of the lower back knee area. If you need help there, that's where you're gonna wanna work.
Yeah, after you've gone from the tip of the toe all the way to the heel of the foot, I want you to follow what Chris was saying and go side to side now. I want you to drag your thumbs from one side of the foot all the way across as we move our way back up the foot. So we're just dragging from side to side, pulling those thumbs until we get up to the toes. And then maybe even try pulling on your big toes to create a little bit of tension, or release. So just giving it a pull. Every time I go get a Thai massage, she always grabs those toes and pulls on them. So I think it's important for us to do a little release work there. Not popping them down by pulling them this way. That's not the chiropractic's recommended way of releasing the tension in the foot, the gases. You want to pull them. Same with your fingers. People crack their knuckles like this, that's gonna create arthritis and issues in the future. But if you want to adjust, you just slightly pull on the fingers and slightly pull on the toes.
You switch the other foot?
Yep.
Yeah. Just bring the other one up and just sit comfortably. Like the whole idea is comfortable. I have socks on. If you have gangly long toes like I do, look like fingers, then maybe throw some socks on. Go barefoot. The other thing that you can do is if you're already barefoot, something that you can add onto this is using oil. So some kind of like really like almond oil or jojoba oil or even coconut oil.
Ooh.
You found the spot?
I got a spot.
So you can massage that oil into it and use that as a way to lessen the friction so you can get in there a little bit more. Remember also, while we're on musculature, while we're on tissue, we're gonna get that massage feeling, but a lot of this is really energetic. A lot of this is energy systems. We're talking about energy flow. And so it's really important to be thinking about that as you do it. You don't have to go as hard as possible. You don't have to go in there as long as possible. There's not like an achievement-based thing here. Just can you make yourself feel good doing this? Can you put your love and attention into your own body? Remember, when we're talking about yoga, it's all about how do you start to know yourself. And if you have pain, if you have difficulties, you have things like this, you're starting to know yourself through your body. So it's really important to start seeing how this kind of stuff is connected so that you can build a deeper relationship with yourself. When you're aware and in tune with what your body's doing, your mind starts to relax a little more because it trusts you. It says, oh, you know what you're doing now.
You feel safe in your own body.
Yeah, and so then you can start being a little more confident. You find yourself taking a little bit better risks. You find yourself opening up to relationships a little better. And all it did was starting with putting a little bit of pressure onto your feet. So really basic techniques here. There's a lot of different things you can do. You can move in little circles. That works too.
I'm having to like give this like extra circly massage. It's like on the inside side of my foot. It's a funky feeling.
Another thing you can do is you can take your two thumbs and go cross.
Oh yeah, that's
cross them over, especially if you find a knot, or you can go up and down or cross over.
I keep wanting to like pop my neck because I can feel like this tension is like connected. Ugh.
The other thing that's really good to do that I have to mention is that if you have a partner, do this with them. Do this with them, let them, especially if they stand a lot. Britt stands a lot at the salon, and so this is something that like I constantly do for her. So it's really important, and you can tell when you're touching other people's feet, again, you don't have to do hard pressure, you know where they're feeling it. You'll feel them tense or wince, or their breathing will change, and that's where you know it's a spot. You just want to hold on to that, not like you're trying to strangle it, but just enough so that you're getting some relief, some pressure relief for them.
Yeah, the other thing you could do is just take your hands and knock on the bottom of your feet. Just give it a little like Wake it up, bring some energy to it, get things flowing.
Oh.
Woo, that's gonna feel so good. I want you to know, or I wanna know what has been the takeaway for you. Is there a particular place in your foot that you feel tension and you've corresponded it with that chart for reflexology to see how your body is all connected? Let us know how you enjoyed this one in the comments below, and we'll catch you next time.
Peace.